Yeah, it's kind of like doing these has been kind of like whack-a-mole. You know?
Where do you find this on YouTube?
It's not on YouTube.
This meeting is now streaming live. I'm sorry, on Facebook. Never mind. Never mind.
It says live now. We're live. All right, welcome. We're back from the dead. We're alive. We just went through our Day of the Dead, our Dia de los Muertos. So here we are. This is our virtual village. Tonight we're honoring our veterans. A number 2 daughter from Helena, Montana, down by Reader's Way and the OK Cafe. Someday she'll say we're on our way, 'cause it's graduation day. Picked out her penny candies, proudly walked up to pay. The parrot confectionery turned that child away. Someday she'll say we're on our way, 'cause it's graduation day. From the wrong side of the world to the lee side of the wind, we know just where to go, we know just where we've been. On a slow boat back to China, family nearly on that ship. She was told to stay behind, she never made that trip. Meanwhile, in Astoria, Oregon, a number 1 son from Cannery Row thought bullfrogs and slime life might be all he'd ever know. Someday he'll say we're on our way, 'cause it's graduation day. He went off to war when it finally ends. He saw the world through a wide-angle lens. Someday he'll say we're on our way, 'cause it's graduation day. And the wrong side of the world, the lee side of the wind, we know just where to go, we know just where we've been. He fixed her in his aperture, he focused right in. He knew she was the one, she's not so sure about him. But eventually, the sorrows and joys of 3 little boys brought tragedy, ecstasy, camping, books and toys. Someday they'll say we're on our way, 'cause it's graduation day. They both enrolled in college, the GI Bill of Rights, classes in the morning and working late at night. Someday they'll say we're on our way, 'cause it's graduation day. From the wrong side of the world, the lee side of the wind, we know just where to go, we know just where we've been. Photography, biology, take care of the house, take care of the boys and take care of the spouse. At last we'll say we're on our way, 'cause it's graduation day. Today we'll say hip hip hooray. Hey Mom and Papa, it's graduation day. Yeah, that's take 2. That's great when you do something twice and you screw it up a different way the second time. Yeah,
What do you expect?
I was in the studio today and I just kept screwing things up. Anyway, that's for my father, who was a World War II U.S. Army photographer. Kind of skipped a generation. Now my mom was a biology teacher, and my daughter was real proud to be a photographer and a biologist. So I'm just like Grandma and Grandpa. Well, that's pretty cool. But he wasn't discharged. Everyone else was getting out of the Army and mustering out, as they said. And they didn't give my dad his discharge, and he got nervous about it, but they just kept assigning because he was a photographer. So he spent a year in Europe, in France and Germany. And I have this box of negatives that he kept. He wasn't supposed to keep them. We kept some stuff for his own, but he was photographing installations and things. And this is one packet. It's just kind of amazing. It just says Hitler's Eagle's Nest Retreat.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And
Interesting.
he's, and I've got to print. I got those negatives. I got to print those out here. My daughter and I got to work on that project. But it's like I'm sure they're not the official photographs because they got sent back to the Pentagon, someplace in their archives. But my dad was, he had his own camera on the side and he was taking pictures, and it's pretty interesting stuff in Paris and Germany and France right after the war. So it changed a lot of things in that man's life.
But
So anyway,
yeah, negative's still in good shape.
I think so. I think so. Yeah, we're going to find out here. We'll print contact sheets of it, but it's just kind of it's just weird to see my dad. Like
I
he's
like the way
20.
you slipped in the bullfrogs too.
Oh yeah, yeah. I managed to get the bullfrog in someplace every time, but yeah. So anyway, our lineup tonight is really a great lineup. We got some people here who are from the Soldier Songs and Voices project, and trying to coax them out. And the two people who've been forming that a lot, Carl Solomon and Robert Owen, are heading that up, and they're here tonight. Trish is here. Edgar's here. A couple of people who do tributes to them: Dave Williams, Illinois Doug, Sean Ranstead. Bill Reed has two songs that are requested that are both really relevant to our topic, and two special guests tonight, two friends of mine. Dave Garcia is a guy that we'd play little guest sets at O'Connor's opposite each other, and Dave's got a real special song that is just it'll kind of blow you away, and it's the real deal there. And another one is Jordan Van Sice, who was one of my graduate students when I was at Merrillhurst. We're both at Merrillhurst University, and Jordan's a really great drummer, and he's a vet from I think Iraq, right, Jordan? And he's going to play some percussion for us tonight. So let's get started. I think our first three people are going to be Robert Owen, Edgar Wales, and Trish Woodbury. So Robert, you ready for us?
Yep. I'll just remind everybody to mute. We had some interruptions while John was talking. So thanks, John, for inviting Soldier Song and Voices to the virtual village tonight. And thanks for the theme of honoring vets. It's great to be here with you. I think it would only be better if we could be live there on stage, on the beautiful stage at Artichoke Music, and singing into that great sound system. But this is our world for now. But we'll be back. Just wanted to mention that when you were introducing the players tonight, Sean Ramstead is one of our coaches at Soldier Song and Voices. I'm not sure if you were aware of that or not, but he is longtime coach.
Yeah, we did a session together.
Owen, and I'm a volunteer coach and treasurer of Soldier Song and Voices, and we have a long-standing relationship with Artichoke Music, and they've supported us very nicely. And John is always great to mention us at every opportunity that he gets. So since the theme is honoring veterans, I'm going to play a song that I wrote in 2013 when we formed the Soldier Song and Voices group here, tribute to veterans. It's called Send Me an Angel. Send me an angel, one who'll cover me. I am running low on luck, that's plain to see. angel and I will call her Miss Liberty. Send me an angel and make sure she sees the better side of me. Send me an angel who will usher me along on this ride. We have always taken comfort from walking side by side. I over midway believing that the fallen never die. Send me an angel and make sure that she sees my better side. Days grow darker and the nights so long. At times I'm so alone, losing innocence to be restored, with dreams of going home. You can count all the stars out tonight, knowing that I can see. You can paint me a picture of another place you'd rather be. Grab a handful of that light, she said to me. Send me an angel and make sure she sees the better side of me.
Nice, nice. Robert always brings so much to it. And I always, two things I always mention are soldier songs and voices. And the other fact is that Robert's guitar always amazes me, Robert. That's the guitar you bought from Richard, the old Artichoke.
Even over Zoom?
It just sounds great, man. That sounds just, that when you play little melody parts on top, it just cuts through that thing. And it's a great guitar. I'm always just amazed. Every time I hear him play, I go, wow, that guitar always amazes me.
Yeah,
All right.
Richard even gave me a really good deal on it.
Yeah. Maybe that's why he's out of business.
Maybe.
Richard's one of those nice guys that didn't, gave away too much stuff. Hey, Edgar,
Yeah,
you ready for us? We ready for you, man?
sure.
Tell us a little bit about your song and about yourself, you know.
Sure. This is a song that has been in the works for at least a couple of years, trying to capture some of my time in Vietnam um, from the perspective of both the horrors of war, but also the lighter aspects of being there. And I've had a lot of help along the way, including from several people that are on this screen tonight. So I thank them for that. And this is my first time performing it in this version anyway. So we'll see how it goes. Combat makes you stop breathing. You can hear the slow wind sigh. I'm sitting on the ground in Vietnam in sun-drenched searing heat, hunkering down by the Quay Sun Mountains, one of the chosen few. At least I've got some peaches, pound cake in my pack, peaches and pound cake in my pack, peaches and pound cake in my sight. Gotta have peaches and pound cake for the next attack. Gotta have peaches and pound cake to continue the fight. My empty flak jacket pockets have no coffee, cream, or packets. I've traded my protection away. My thicker flak jacket pockets used to turn the bullets away. Hey, hey, hey. Peaches and pound cake in my pack, peaches and pound cake in my sight. Gotta have peaches and pound cake for the next attack. Gotta have peaches and pound cake to continue the fight. Sitting on the ground in Vietnam, one of the chosen few, speeding toward death like a bullet. A year in combat is enough time to die. Walking slowly in breathless wind, a fading light, a waning moon, peaches and pound cake in my pack, taking names that won't come back. Peaches and pound cake in my pack.
All right. You had to pick your own food out, right? You just carried what you wanted to carry for food?
No, we got resupplied. I served with one squad of Marines living in primitive rural villages 24/7. We never went anywhere else. We just roamed around in the villages, and we had resupplies occasionally coming from a main base. So we were always anxious to get peaches and pound cake because they were the best.
Yeah, that's a great song, man. That's a real heartfelt song. I like that a lot. Thank you very much, Edgar. Really glad you brought it here. Um, we feel real honored to have that. All right, Trish Woodbury, who's also I played a little bit of Trish Woodbury, and she shows up at the she's a main regular at the Soldier Songs Voices, and she's one of the bluesers. She plays in the True Bluesers, the Artichoke Blues group. So Trish.
Hi. So I'm Trish Woodbury. I'm coming to you from a very fuzzy Vancouver, Washington. I joined the Army in 1974 at the tail end of the Vietnam War. And I did a couple years, then I joined the California National Guard. And then I took an 18-year break in service. And I moved to Oregon and joined the 82nd Brigade, Oregon Army National Guard and did my last 15 years there. It took me 38 years to get 20 years to retire, but indeed I did in 2013. And in 2014, I joined the Soldier Songs and Voices. And it's a great group for us veterans to get together and learn guitar and songwriting and singing and performing and such like that. And anyway, I wrote this song a couple months ago, and it has since expired, but I'm going to sing it for you anyway, because I can. It's called, now let me think of it. It's called A Protest Song, Sort of, and I'm dedicating this to Jim. He's one of our Soldier Songs and Voices veterans who's no longer with us. This is for you, Jim. Take me down to the Portland streets. So many people I will never meet. Such destruction, so much despair. But will our politicians even care? We got Black Lives Matter and pro-Trump. COVID-19's got us in the dumps. We can agree to disagree, but will our politicians even see? There's murder hornets invading the land, masks on faces, can we understand? Isolation and quarantine, 2020's an election year. Vote. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, you can't vote. You know.
I know. We can't vote anymore, but it's expired in that way.
It's a great
But the rest
song.
of it's still going on.
That's a great song. It's like, no, stop the vote. Wait, keep counting.
Yeah,
Stop
no,
the counting.
vote, no, yes,
Count.
no.
Stop the counting. We're ahead. Oh, keep
Well,
counting.
thanks, John and
we're
Gary,
behind.
for doing this.
All right. I guess things are a little bit fuzzier over in Vancouver, aren't they?
I don't know.
Okay.
I got the sound going, but for some reason, all of a sudden, you can't see me anymore. It's raining.
I think our next three folks are going to be, hope they're ready for it, Illinois Doug, then Sean Ranstead, and then back from surgery, off the injured reserve list, Carl Solomon. So Illinois Doug, you ready for us here?
Yeah. Let me take this off. So I fought on the home front. I was in the National Guard from 23 October 63 to 22 October 69. I got in the Guard with in October, and by January of 64, Guard units were full. I was fortunate in that I was born a little bit earlier than most. So I had 5 uncles who fought in World War II. My Uncle Vincent, through battlefield commissions, was the youngest captain in the Marine Corps at the time. Don't know how long that lasts. Anyhow, I'm going to do Coming In on a Wing and a Prayer for our World War II folks. They say there are no atheists in foxholes, but I'm sure that was true if you were flying in a B-52 over Germany in 43 or 44. The 8th Air Force, by the middle of 44, could send 2,000 4-engine bombers and 1,000 fighters in one mission. These are the guys that flew out of England, right? They suffered about half of the U.S. Army Air Force's casualties, 47,483 out of 115,332, including 26,000 dead. The 8th Air Force earned 17 Medals of Honor, 220 Distinguished Service Crosses, 442,000 air medals. The H record shows 566 aces, 261 fighter pilots, with 31 of them having more than 15 kills, and 350 enlisted. So Coming In on a Wing and a Prayer. lyrics by Harold Amundsen and music by Jimmy McHugh. And this was a big hit for Vaughn Monroe in 1943, if you remember Vaughn Monroe. So this is Coming In on a Wing and a Prayer. And I don't know how many of you have seen the movie Memphis Belle.
Yes.
Last thing, the odds of a B-17 crewman surviving 25 missions to complete his tour of duty was 1 in 4. So there's no atheists in B-17s. One of our planes was missing, 2 hours overdue. One of our planes was missing with all its gallant crew. The radio sets were humming, they waited for a word. Then a voice broke through the humming, and this is what they heard. Coming in on a wing and a prayer. Coming in on a wing and a prayer. Though there's one motor gone, we can still carry on. Coming in on a wing and a prayer. What a show, what a fight. Yes, we really hit our target for tonight. Now we sing as we limp through the air. Look below, there's our field over there. With our full crew aboard and our trust in the Lord, we're coming in on a wing and a prayer. Coming in on a wing and a prayer. Coming in on a wing and a prayer. Though there's one motor gone, we can still carry on. Coming in on a wing and a prayer. What a show, what a fight. Yes, we really hit our target for tonight. How we sing as we limp through the air. Look below, there's our field over there. With our full crew aboard and our trust in the Lord, we're coming in on a wing and a prayer.
Thank you,
Nice.
Doug.
Isn't that a good song?
That's a great song, man. Yeah, Memphis Belle is a really good movie, too.
Say again?
Memphis Belle is a good movie.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever see the original documentary footage of Memphis Belle
No.
that the movie was based on? I saw it in high school, and they show it every now and again. But the movie is taken from the documentary film that was shot on the Memphis Belle's last mission. Of course, the movie added a lot of tension when they had to roll down the wheel just before they touched down and stuff like that. But basically, it's a true story.
Yeah. Sometimes the landing gear didn't open up and the guy was in the
Oh,
and the belly gunner.
the little turret, the guys on the turret underneath.
Yeah, the belly gun.
That was high.
That was not a good way to die.
They didn't let
Survive the mission and get ground on the landing. Thank you, Illinois Doug.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Sean Ranstead, one of the coaches. Sean
Yes.
and Carl Lundell.
Thanks, John. Yeah, I'm not a veteran, but I do want to say thank you to all of you that are. And my 2 grandfathers were both veterans from World War II. I wrote a song a couple months ago. It's not really directly related, but it's there's some notes about survival, and I'm sure that plays a part in that experience. So here goes. It's called Stay for a While. She left
home, quiet in the country. She went looking for big city lights. Lives alone, town she was born. Teach a class in a mask, knows how to fight. The power of the mind, body and soul for now. Just a little bit longer, can I stay for a while? I don't wanna go out. Lives downtown, heart of the city. Somehow time there seems to slow. She goes running up and down Klamath Valley. She can't wait to leave, but never goes. Power of the mind, body and soul for now. Just a little bit longer, can I stay for a while? I don't wanna go out. The fires start burning, clouds of smoke turning. Air hard to breathe, short and fast. Animals calling, the rain start falling. Stuck inside again, how long will it last? The power of the mind, body and soul for now. Just a little bit longer, can I stay for a while? I don't wanna go out. Just a little bit longer, can I stay for a while? I don't wanna go out.
Thank
All
you.
right, Sean.
Real nice.
Thank you.
Good job, Sean.
Right.
Thanks.
Always brings a lot to his songs. Carl, back from surgery, injured reserve list. Let's get Carl Solomon up here.
Well, John, it is amazing. It's amazing to have a guitar in my arms again.
I
And,
bet. Your guitars have missed you, I'm sure.
the guitar, yeah.
Why don't you tell us a little briefly what happened there, Carl, so they know what we're talking about?
Oh, I decided over the summer to tear my rotator cuff. Doing stuff I don't normally do because I'm normally on the road and not at home. So you got to watch out for garden hoses and gardening. So I wrote this song probably maybe 2012. Played it for a friend on the deserts of West Texas. And he told me he was teaching veterans songwriting in Austin. And he became a really good friend. He's a disabled vet, and David Schronk is his name. And hopefully we'll get him up here one time. And so I said, hell, I play music. I need a balance. So I thought, I love teaching songwriting and guitar. So I was able to round up Robert. He was the first person that signed on. And he and I started recruiting other people. So now we're Zooming instead of playing live with folks, but it's still good. We got a nice crew of veterans along with us. My dad was a veteran. And anyone who is ever so inclined to want to teach something or join us as a coach, you don't have to be a music teacher. So this is called Black Granite, and I'll stop talking because I know Trisha's about to mute me anyway, so. And this is not my story. It's 3 stories that I heard. That helped lead me to this position. And it might be on the next album. I have not ever recorded it. I used to play some football and rode a silver hog. I played pool for money down at Knocko's Hall. I flunked out of college, guess I was smoking too much smoke. I signed up in '68, some thought that was a joke. And Sarah and I got married right before my first tour. I found the calling, they called me Doc in the war. And I lost a piece of me each time they would fall. And I came home on my own 2 legs, no medals on this chest. And I do wander through the places I survived, finding all those faces I left behind. Finding all those faces I left behind. I touched that black granite with names carved in its side. I felt the heart of all those souls, 5 names in every line. My name's not in the granite, I'm just a soldier growing old. And glory never found me, and my story is untold. I came home on my own 2 legs, no medals on my chest. I still wander through the places I survived, finding all those faces I left behind. Finding all those faces I left behind. My son joined the National Guard, just trying to make ends meet. He's got a little daughter, hell, he hasn't worked in 40 weeks. Just wanted to be a weekend warrior, not a soldier in Iraq. He came home on his own 2 legs, no medals on that chest. Oh, he still wanders through the places he survived, finding all those faces he left behind. Now he stumbles through every road he takes, holding on to all of his mistakes. His little girl don't understand, 'cause all she wants is her daddy's hand. And we came home on our own 2 legs, no medals on our chest. Oh, we still wander through the places we survived, finding all those faces, finding all those faces, finding all those faces we left behind. All we left behind.
Welcome
Thanks.
back, Carl. Nice.
It sure does feel good to play a guitar again.
I bet. Hey, our next cluster is actually going to be two. And Bill Reed has two songs that work really well for us tonight. And Jordan's going to play some drums. So, Jordan, you ready? Jordan out there?
Yeah, I'm ready, John.
All right. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good.
All right. You got stuck in traffic tonight, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're doing here, Jordan?
I'm gonna be just playing one of my kind of drum meditations, if you will. When I'm practicing, sometimes I'll just jump into something and play some nonsense and arrive at some beat, and I record these ideas, and then hopefully they get turned into songs one day. So that's what I'm gonna be performing tonight. Is one of these things that I've kind of developed and worked on.
Jordan, I'm going to ask you a question here. Where'd you do your tours?
It was Fallujah, Iraq.
Okay.
My tour, yeah. That was in 2008. And I was, yeah, you're right. I was in the Marine Corps. I was an infantryman, rifleman. So, yeah, did my 4 years in the Marine Corps. Got out in 2011. Started going to school, and then John and I met probably 2016, 2017.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, thanks for getting me involved with this. And
Yeah. I might be calling you because I'm getting close to the next 6 months to playing drums on my CD, and I might need some help. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Jordan Van Sice.
You want me to play first?
Yeah.
All right. Let me make sure I've got this turned on correctly. All right.
Thank you, Jordan. Ooh. So that's been a real valuable part of you. It's been part of your life for a long. I mean, you started playing drums back at Clackamas, right?
Yeah, when I was in high school, I kind of discovered it, like that I liked playing, and then the Marine Corps was like a 4-year break of not playing anything. So when I got back home, I started playing again. And
So it's been big. It's been a good part of the process and healing and therapy.
yeah, it's a good way to just get out of my head and take out some energy too.
Yeah, he's playing in a James Gang cover band too, and it's really good to hear him play. And it's really a good drummer. You hit your snare pops with your right hand a lot, don't you?
Yes, yeah.
You
So
know,
I'm a left-handed player, but in high school I was kind of, just playing on a right-handed kit all the time. And when I started playing drums again, I started reconfiguring the kit, and so I actually play. My hands are still right-handed, but my feet are switched to left. So my kick drum's on my left foot,
oh,
and I play open-handed like this compared to
okay.
most people are playing.
You know who else plays that way? And it's took me a while to figure it out because I followed him a lot when I was playing drums in high school. Was Dennis Wilson of the Beach Boys?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he rides his snare with his. He plays with the right foot on the kick, left foot on the hi hat, but he plays right hand on the snare and the left hand he does his rides with. Yeah. Hey, thanks, Jordan. I've been trying to get Jordan to play something for a while. Hey, Bill Reed, all the way from Vancouver, has got a couple of songs for us. One by request from me. So, Bill.
Yeah. Well, thanks, John. I've written a number of songs, for people, for veterans. I graduated from high school in 1969 and never did get drafted. I was fortunate that was first year they had the lottery and I got a high number. But I went off to school and there were a lot of guys coming back from Vietnam and they weren't treated very well. They were treated very poorly, called names. My wife's sister's husband served over there and he'd come back on leave. You could fly for free if you wore your uniform. So he'd wear the uniform till he got to the airport. Then he'd go duck into a bathroom and take it off so he didn't have to take so much shit. And so I thought about that, and I thought about how tough people were on those folks coming back, and it wasn't very fair. So this song is called Ghosts. He mumbles on a corner in tattered clothes and worn out shoes. It looks as though he hasn't shaved in years. People passing by just look the other way, pick up their pace, pretend that they don't hear. The faces of young soldiers still haunt his waking dreams. They never age but stay forever young. At night he hears artillery. He sees the firefight, cries of incoming leaping from his tongue. He's talking to himself, talking to the air, talking to comrades now long dead. He's shouting at the world, shouting at no one, shouting down the ghosts inside his head. Some came home on stretchers and some in cargo holds. Like others, he walked off the plane. Out of harm's way, yet somehow he knew in that far-off land a part of him remained. No heroes welcome greeted him, no cheers for his return. He was vilified and treated with disdain. No thanks for his sacrifice, his service or his time, so he anesthetized and tried to kill the pain. He's talking to himself, talking to the air, talking to comrades now long dead. He's shouting at the world, shouting at no one, shouting down the ghosts inside his head. As he wanders down the sidewalk, he sees brothers in arms. He calls out names of long departed friends. He leaves behind this world that we all think is real to become a ghost and be with them again. So he mumbles on, still shouting at the world, but perhaps he sees with greater clarity where time does not exist, where those who were still abide, a dimension the rest of us can't see. He's talking to himself, talking to the air, talking to comrades now long dead. He's shouting at the world, shouting at no one, shouting down the ghosts inside his head.
It's a really good song.
Thank you. Yeah, it still drags emotion out.
We should. Got another one for us?
Sure.
You want to come back to it?
Either way.
You know, let's come back to you. And
Okay.
I'd like to have Dave Garcia and then Jim Pritz and then Dave Williams come in, and we're gonna have Bill close us up here. So Dave and then Jim and Dave Williams. Dave Garcia, you ready? This is a real. I'm kind of building you up here, man, but I think it's worth it. Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I'm Dave Garcia. I was in the Marines for about 8 years, and it's interesting to know your dad was a photographer in the military. I was in combat camera, but I was actually a graphics guy. They put us with combat camera. As you go up the ranks, you start cross training, and we're doing a lot of photo stuff, and a lot of the stuff we did wasn't so fun. Like every time something happened on the base, we were the photographers for it, and yeah. But I was supposed to go to Iraq one time. I was on the battle roster. I was scheduled to go, and the colonel pulled me off the battle roster, and he sent one of my friends instead, another sergeant. And I'm getting ready at this point to get out of the Marine Corps, and I hear from the gunnery sergeant comes up. He was like, "Hey, you know Sergeant Smith? I took your spot." And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Oh, he got a suicide bomber blew up and blew off half his face." And I'm like, "Oh shit." He's like, "Hey, suck it up, Marine." Pardon the sh word there. It's like saying
We're used to it.
yeah, but he said, "Suck it up, Marine," and like continue mission basically. I didn't tell anybody that for like 5 or 6 years. I just felt guilty because like that was my billet. I was supposed to go do that, and finally I wrote a song about it just to kind of get it off my chest, and I did a little artwork about it. I'll show you this. That coupled with a bunch of other things. Now, this isn't actually a picture of us, but it's representation. Of course, I'm getting a bunch of glare, but just kind of sitting around and thinking about my buddy. Well, no, not really buddy, but he was my superior, and yeah, it just sucked. Like I used to go to his house, and he had a wife and 3 kids, and we'd have barbecues, and then I did. His name was Smith, so I was like, how do you find somebody like with that name? So, but anyways, after I wrote the song, got it off my chest, I found out either the stories got exaggerated or they fixed them up really good. He wouldn't tell me about what happened. He said, "Hey, I'm all right, you're all right." But song came from a real place, and the emotions were real. So it's called "Suck It Up, Marine." So you want me to open up and tell you why the hell I drink so much? You couldn't understand. How could I explain? "2002, Camp Lejeune. Well, I was getting set to go to war. They sent you
didn't come back. Say, half face and damaged brain. That's been weighing heavy on my mind. Think about it every night and day. If you could hear me now, brother, there's something I gotta say. Brother, I'm sorry. It should have been me. I'm sorry, man. You know that should have been me. And they told me, suck it up, Marine, yeah. Suck it up, Marine. Suck it up, Marine, yeah. Suck it up, Marine. Well, I've been sucking it up. I've been drinking it down. But this guilty feeling it just won't drown. And you can tell me, hey man, that wasn't your call. But that don't help this damn feeling at all. Brother, I'm sorry. It should have been me. I'm sorry, man. You know it should have been me. And they told me, suck it up, Marine, yeah. Suck it up, Marine. Suck it up, Marine, yeah. Suck it up, Marine.
It's a great,
Dave, every
great
time
song.
I hear that, I've heard that you sing that song about 4 or 5 times now live, and I've been listening to music.
Forever. I was like, I hope I can remember all the words.
Yeah, well, you got the heart, man. Music's been a part of my life since all my life, and I just turned 70, and that's is about as pure emotionally as anything I've ever heard in my life.
Thanks. Came from a real place, like I was saying. I was experiencing all those emotions. I really believed that Sergeant Smith got half his face blown off, and like I felt like shit. That's kind of shoot. That's kind of my fault because I was on the battle roster and I was supposed to go.
So
yeah, sorry. I speak Marine, and
we do too. I speak Caddyshack and Berry Fields. Okay, thank you very much, Dave. I really and you can also that song's on YouTube if you look at "Suck It Up, Marine."
yeah, it's Suck It Up Marine, YouTube, Dave Garcia.
And if you ever get a chance to hear Dave live, he does an absolutely killer version of "Against the Wind" too, the Bob Seger song. Every time I see him, I say, I just want you to do those 2 songs. Okay, which is a good and a bad thing. All right, Jim Pritz. Good luck following that one. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Good luck. Thanks, John.
Yeah. Well, I figure you can do it, man.
He does this to me all the time, you know. Well, Fallujah. I just can't wrap my head around Fallujah. And Dave, that was a great song. That was a nice song. I'm an old hippie from the 60s. I lost all my hair and all fell out, so I just decided to shave it all. It's all one length now, but I can remember I was in a concert choir and I was on the way to another college where we were going to be combining our choral efforts to sing Handel's Messiah. And I had the radio glued to my head, and I was listening to the first batch of what do they call that? The lottery, and I got a real high number. I was like 302, and so I'll tell you what, the Hallelujah choir never sounded better. Hallelujah, But I have a lot of respect for folks who went there and went to war, and I just have the deepest respect for all of you. But I am an old hippie, and I learned a song back in the 60s, and I'm going to do Feel Like I'm Fixin' to Die Rag. It was written it was plagiarized by Country Joe McDonald from a melody by Kid Ory, Tiger Rag. And he put some words to it, and it's a fun get-along song, so I'm going to play this sarcastic protest tune. Come on, all you big strong men. Uncle Sam needs your help again. He's got himself in a terrible jam. Way down yonder in the Vietnam. Well, let's look at the books and pick up your guns. We're gonna have a whole lot of fun. And it's 1, 2, 3. What are we fighting for? Don't ask me, I don't give a damn. Next stop is Vietnam. And it's 5, 6, 7, open up pearly gates. Well, we ain't got time to wonder why. Whoopee, we're all gonna die. Come on, mothers throughout the land, pack your boys off to Vietnam. Come on, fathers, don't hesitate. Send them off before it's too late. And be the first one on your block to have your boy come home in a box. And it's 1 whack, 2 whack, 3. What are we fighting for? Whoopee, don't ask me, I don't give a damn. Next stop is Vietnam. And it's 5, 6, 7, open up the pearly gates. Well, you ain't got time to wonder why. Whoopee, we're all gonna die. Come on, generals, don't be last. Your big chance has come at last. Gotta get out and get them breads, 'cause the only good commie is the one that's dead. And you know that peace can never be won till we blow 'em all to kingdom come. And it's 1 whack, 2 whack, 3. What are we fighting for? Don't ask me, I don't give a damn. Next stop is Vietnam. And it's 5, 6, 7, open up the pearly gates. Well, we ain't got time to wonder why. Whoopee, we're all gonna die. Come on, Wall Street, don't be slow. The game is on and it's gold to go. There's plenty good money to be made by supplying the army with the tools of the trade. And don't get served if they drop the bomb. They drop it on the Viet Cong. And it's 1, 2, 3. What are we fighting for? Don't ask me, I don't give a damn. Next stop is Vietnam. And it's 5, 6, 7, open up the pearly gates. Well, we ain't got time to wonder why. Whoopee, we're all gonna die.
Thank Thank you, Jim.
You betcha. And it is not to disparage anybody's service. I really
No.
do appreciate it.
Yeah, it was a weird time. It's a weird time right now too.
It's kind of like now, except it's a different war.
Yeah, it came home. It came home to me real hard when my senior patrol leader, who was 2 years older than me, right after he graduated, right after my brother graduated, went off and got killed in Nam.
Wow.
And when we were, I would have been. Whoa, what's that?
Nice touch.
Okay, Dave Williams is here, I think. Hey,
But
Dave.
I'm gonna dedicate that song that I just did to 3 of my friends who were killed in Vietnam: Tyson Beale, Lauren Lee, and Mike Bishop. Skoll brothers.
Okay, thank you, Jim.
I'm done. You bet.
Dave. Dave, I think you're weird here. I think you got something really. Dave, you're dead, I think. You're white noise. And I don't mean a whiter shade of pale. You're like totally white noise. You're in the white with Jack Bruce. Why don't you take some time to figure that one out? And we're going to have Bill come on and do his second song. Bill Reed, just go for your second song here.
You know, I've kind of gotten a kick out of watching some of these pundits on. I was watching Michael Steele, you know, the former Republican chair who's part of the Lincoln Project, kept forgetting to unmute himself on his Zoom conferences. So I felt made me feel a little bit better about mine. This song is one I wrote. They had there was a traveling miniature version of the wall, and it's on a reduced scale, and they can take it around and set it up in different communities. And they had that out in La Center, Washington one year, and we had went out with some friends who had served, and they had included in that, they had one for people who had served and died in Desert Storm, and for Iraq and Afghanistan too. And I was surprised at how much that impacted me to go out and see that, and you see all those names, just row after row of names, and it was really pretty moving. About that same time, they had a comic in the local paper, and it was a grandfather. See, they're not all funny. This was a grandfather, and he had his small grandson, and they were down at the local memorial to people who had died in service to their country. And a little boy asked his grandfather, he said, "Grandpa, what are all those names?" And his grandpa said, "Those aren't names." He said, "Those are people." And so it was about the same time, and I came home and wrote this song. It's called "The Wall." He's a little boy at play in a fort out in the back, fighting dragons and wizards, holding off the attack. He grew into a young man so handsome and so tall. Now he's gone, but he's more than just a name upon a wall. She's her daddy's little girl, the apple of his eye, undaunted by challenge, unafraid to take a try. She stepped into the breach when she heard her country's call. Now she's gone, but she's more than just a name upon a wall. There are brothers and our sisters, sons, daughters, husbands, wives. They paid with the ultimate. They paid with their lives. They stepped toward the danger to protect us, one and all. And now they're gone, but they're more than just some names upon a wall. And if the war was unjust, their honor was still pure. They're the light of a nation, and that's why we will endure. We must keep their memory alive, and in this we must not fall, because they're more than just some names upon a wall. You know, they're more than just some names upon a wall.
That's another great song, Bill. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dave, I don't think Dave's gonna. Something's really messed up on your signal, Dave, because we can't. It's like total static for us. Okay, Dave isn't going to come this week. Sorry, it's just it's technical things. Hey, that was a really, really great show, and I wanted to kind of also give a shout out to Johnny Brookshire, Johnny B, who was on our docket tonight and could not make it. He had a little illness. They said not feeling really good. So hope you're feeling better, Johnny. And he is a Marine veteran, and he had a song lined up for us tonight about homeless vet. So anytime you want to do that song for us, Johnny, you're always welcome. So once again, we're coming to close Virtual Village. It's pouring down rain outside, I think. Gary Furlow, I give a shout out. He's a guy that plays wild and figures out what's going on. And
Yeah. Hey, John,
yeah,
could I just ask everybody to send some good thoughts my way? I'm going in next week for back surgery.
okay.
Will do.
So keep me in your thoughts, please.
Was that Bill? Okay.
Bill, I had a spinal fusion years ago. You'll be glad you did.
Yeah, I'm having laminectomy at L4 and L5.
Yeah.
I have a bad back, nothing like that. Nothing at all like that.
So, Jordan, the young guys, you have all this to look forward to.
Run, Jordan, run.
Keep playing drums, Jordan.
Yeah.
Hey, Cracky, I'll tell you when you're getting old.
I really want to thank Robert and Carl and the people who soldier songs and voices, um, and I appreciate the vets Trish and Edgar came with us tonight, and Illinois Doug and Jordan and Dave Garcia. Dave, I've been wanting people to hear that song for a long time now, and Jordan, I love what you did. So let's just have a shout out. We got Veterans Days coming up in next week, next Wednesday, I do believe. So
Thank you, John.
thanks to
Yes,
everybody out
thanks,
there.
John.
You can
Betcha.
sign up. We actually have a sign up on the webpage now, and it's called Sign Up Genius. And the next two themes are going to be actually next three. I think I got them nailed down. Or next one are songs of gratitude and appreciation. It kind of lead us into Thanksgiving, which we could have done songs of gluttony and overeating, but it's or songs of Thanksgiving. But I think appreciation and gratitude are something that we need to kind of celebrate this time. So you can contact me, or you can go on the webpage and sign up there. And the first week of December, we're going to do songs of a tribute in memory of John Lennon. So you can't do Yellow Submarine. It's a Ringo song. You can't do a George song, and you probably shouldn't do a Paul song either. You got a lot of choices.
No long and winding road.
Yeah, you got a lot of songs with John Lennon. I dare anybody to do How Can You Sleep? His anti-Paul diatribe.
We could do it in the road.
Yeah, we could do all those songs. So anyway, John Lennon, and then after that, I do believe have winter solstice songs, and we're going to have a winter solstice show coming up. Gary, we're putting that together, and it's going to be a really high quality, great production. They just did the Halloween show last week, and what night is that one? I forgot. Is it? Yeah.
And John, I'd like to give a shout out to Gary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know how hard it is to get everybody to sound good on a Zoom. It's
See,
nice
Gary
to
does
have a
what-
master
Sound guys are
magician.
all crazy.
So thanks, Gary.
Gary
thank
does
you.
what all
Thank you,
sound
Gary.
guys do. What like Dan Rieger does to me. I always put his name on my albums and say, Dan Rieger, who makes me sound better than I really am. And Gary's, and it's something every week. Like there's something weird comes up every week, and one week we finished. We lost our internet feed, and we finished the show on Gary's cell phone on 4G, and people kind of went, "Oh, I guess that's what happens." So sign up. Songs of gratitude, songs of appreciation, or you could do songs of angst if you really want to, and in memory of John Lennon and winter solstice. So thanks for coming in, and we'll be signing off.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thanks for everybody.
Signing off.